as aka Frodo 7495. Just want to get a heads out of the way. Sorry I haven't been posting as much due to certain things. A lot of events happened over the last couple months that I kind of took a break from. So I will do a separate video on explaining some of those things. But for now, we'll do that at a later date. But here is this. I have my good friends Phantom, and I have Suicide here as well to come on to this discussion. So thank you guys so much for coming on here and actually doing this. What we're going to be talking about is, as you've read the title of the video, we're talking about the year. But just wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way, just kind of have a fun conversation and just talk and enjoy. So without further ado, let's get into it. Thank you guys so much for coming on here and doing this with me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no problem.
Yay.
Alright, so does anyone want to start this off? I can just, you can start beginning, middle, end, however you want to describe this year.
I got one right here. Anyone watch the NBA, right?
Yeah.
For the finals?
I watched a few games. Sports has been very odd and very weird for me to watch this year, just because of everything going on in a way. So it's just been interesting to watch sports.
I know, but basically, yeah. So that's the finals. But we're saying, dude, the Clippers, dude, it's just.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second. I got a phone call. 1 second. Go ahead and explain. Go ahead and talk, and then I'll come back on in a second.
And what's the point of having a conversation?
Hang on 1 second. I just gotta take this phone call real quick.
Don't worry about it.
No, continue or pause 1 second. Okay, never mind. The phone call went away.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Okay.
Damn it! Hang on. It's back. 1 second. Give me 5 minutes. Or give me 2 minutes. Actually, give me 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
Hey.
We're about to leave his house.
Alright, dude.
And he only has 15 minutes to charge his phone. 15-20 minutes. 15-20 minutes, not 25. 15-20 minutes.
Okay. And then y'all are coming over here.
He's holding my honey bun.
Okay. Are y'all coming over here after that?
Yes, Kendra. I mean, sure. Yes, Bailey.
All right.
All right.
Bye. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Y'all good. All right. So continue what you were saying about the finals.
Basically, yeah. I'm so sad for the Clippers. They kind of, you know, it's just really sad.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. I congratulations to the Lakers. I know that. I feel like this season alone.
It was to honor, yeah, for the honor.
Not only was it to, I feel like not only was it to honor Kobe Bryant, but I felt like it brought so much more meaning to the Lakers franchise and getting a win this season and winning the NBA and winning the finals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But oh, sorry, Peyton.
No, you're good.
All right. So yeah, I felt like it was like. I just felt like it was a much more meaningful win for them in a way, and so it was just interesting. But I will say, 9, 10, like I'll get into a little bit of what I was talking about in my intro as far as what happened. I've kept up with Phantom, and I've kept up with you about small things that's happened over the last, I think, 3 or 4 months. So.
Yeah, I got the photos.
Okay, so flashback to about, let's say, 3.5 months ago. So okay, so you remember the truck I told you about that I was driving and stuff like that?
Oh hell, yeah.
And the job that I was at.
Yep.
Okay, so basically the job that I was at was doing some really sketchy things and just got to the point where I didn't feel safe working there. And I kept making reports about the unsafe things that were happening. They ignored it, said that it was going to get fixed, and da-da-da-da, so on and so on and so on. So when I got up to the point where I didn't feel safe, wanted to talk to them about it, and then they let me go. And then from there, I went to unemployment, then to filling out, going through an employment agency, and in between that time, there was Hurricane Laura that came through Louisiana, right? So, my brother, my older brother, he lives in Austin, and then his girlfriend at the time was living where I used to live in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So, I volunteered to help out my brother and his girlfriend move from Louisiana to Austin.
Yeah, you went on FaceTime. I remember that.
Yeah. So, going from there, I drove my truck there because I volunteered to help and everything. And so that's what we did. Got to Louisiana, no issues happened and everything. Once we got the trailer, we got everything loaded up, and then we started heading back. We were about 25 minutes outside my hometown, where I currently am now. I start hearing some knock noise coming from my block. So I kept going, you know, what's going on, what's happening. My brother was like, I don't know, I'm not an engineer, or something like that. So I get back to the house. I checked the dipstick and everything, and I saw that I had oil burnt to my dipstick.
Damn.
So I went. So the next morning, my dad was like, "Just get an oil change. It should be fine, right?" Which I felt like that wasn't the case. I felt like it was. Because anytime you hear a knocking type of noise, it's never a good thing. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
It's never a good thing. So, I get to where... So after the oil change and stuff like that, I get to where my dad drove my truck for a little bit without the trailer on it. He said that it should be fine, and I was like, and I still felt like, well, as long as my truck doesn't blow up, I'll be fine, you know. So I get on the interstate. We didn't even make it not 30 minutes on the road, and that knocking noise, I heard it in every gear I went to. Keep in mind, I had a 6-speed manual transmission truck, and I heard that knocking noise get super loud in every gear. And then I saw white smoke. Oh, I heard a boom and then white smoke. And I was like, oh, this can't be good. This really is not good. So I put my hazards on and everything, and I smelled something bad. Like, I smelled like ethanol, oil. Have y'all ever smelled ethanol and oil mixed?
No.
Dude, it smelled so bad.
I had oil and water, dude. Trust me, that shit was terrifying. I was in the freeway when that happened.
So, did that. So I got to the exit. I got to an exit on the interstate and everything, and that was the whole thing. I felt super uncomfortable breaking down on the interstate. That was the first time I've ever broken down on the interstate. So, the entire time I was kind of getting frustrated and stressed out because that was my daily, and that was my only vehicle to get to work and home and do all my other stuff. So long story short, I get to where I'm about to get onto the intersection at the exit for the I-20, and then, or not, yeah, on the interstate, and then right as soon as I got up to the top of the intersection, power steering goes out, truck just stops, it dies.
Damn.
And I'm on the phone with my brother, his girlfriend, my family, and everything, and I'm like, yo, I'm about to call 911 to get someone out here to help us and everything. So I did, and the cop that came out, helped out and helped us out, really went a long way into doing everything for us and to helping us unload the trailer off my truck, putting it on my dad's truck, and just he went out of his way to make everything better for us. And for those of you that don't know, Austin, from where I live right now, I live like on the east side of Texas. I'm about 4.5, 5 hours from Austin. So I was on the bright side of looking into that. I was glad that my truck broke down 30 minutes away from home, rather than 3.5, 4 or 5 hours from home. You know? Y'all there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah, we're listening. You know, we're listening to your story. Continue, yeah.
So I just was like, you know, stressed out. Like I said, I was more. That was my most stressful time, I guess, throughout this year. Taking care, doing all that and stuff, and doing everything like that. So it just was. It happened at the worst time ever.
Yeah.
So I get there and I get out of the truck. Dude, oil was all over my tailgate, all over my tailbed, all over the trailer hitch, the trailer itself, and also onto my brother's girlfriend's car.
Shit.
This was like 8 quarts of oil, 7 or 8 quarts of oil, and then by the time we moved the truck, dude, there was like a full-on puddle of oil on the concrete. So it was just it was such a bad situation. So that kind of put me in a bind, and I'll say this: it's stuff, and there's just stuff like this that you don't expect to happen. You know, I mean, it's stuff happens, and the most important thing is being able to react to it in the best way possible, no matter how stressful the situation gets. So, got into a bind, and then I got hired. When I came back, I got hired on, I got let go from one of the jobs I was at, or that I was at the time. I don't know why. They never told me why, which is kind of gay. Because I feel like if a company lets you go, I feel like they got to give you a reason to. But since then, simply because I was on the unemployment agency or the employment agency, they couldn't, I guess, for some reason. I don't know how that all works, but cool. So yeah, get there, and then fast forward to, I guess, about a month. I drove my dad's truck for about a month and a half and stuff like that, and during that time, I had to build my money up and get ready to buy a car and everything, because I wanted to get out of this situation as fast as possible. So I guess fast forward to now, I got hired on, bought my car, which I'll go ahead and do this out there because I am gonna do more that car is gonna be involved in some of the content on this channel. I bought a 1998 Ford Mustang Coupe with a 5-speed manual transmission.
Should have a 6-speed.
No, it's 5-speed.
You should have hit a 6-speed. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, 6-speed. I mean, there's an idea I have about putting a 6-speed transmission in there.
Yeah. And okay, look, and I'm not trying to say that so that you go fast. There's more like it's good for long,
right.
For long.
So it's got for right now.
Time, yeah, that'll last longer.
Yeah, for right now, it's got an 80,000 mile transmission on it, and it's got a little over 200k miles on the motor and the frame itself. A little over 200k.
Oh my god! Come on, man.
Hey, take it easy because like there is ideas about putting a built motor in there with 0 miles and everything on it, so that way I can restart the miles and stuff like that later on. So,
teach you your way, but alright. That's your way, man. That's what I'm saying.
But as far as this year has come around, you know, and I feel like I speak for everybody when I say this. This year was not what we expected, to say the least. You know, I mean, I had some really cool things planned, and I had some really fun things planned for not only just for myself, but with family too. And all that just kind of got canceled because of, I know it's a pandemic going on around and everything, and it just sucks. You know? And it was a Phantom is that like AC or something like that in the background? Phantom.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
Oh, it's probably your AC or something like that. Because I'm not hearing it anymore. But
no, it's not my AC, Ben.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Well, I don't hear it anymore, so I think it's gone. I think we're good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you turn the engine down here just a little bit? I'm actually doing a video with a friend of mine over the phone.
Oh, okay.
If you don't mind, thank you.
Yeah, you're good.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah, I can hear. We can hear you.
Okay. Is there any squealing or?
No.
Okay, good.
But you know, I mean, it just some things just happen, and it sucks. You know, it's like I said earlier. There's just you gotta take what you can get out of things and make the best of every situation.
Yeah.
But I think for myself, and what because this year hasn't been all bad.
Yeah, you tell yourself that.
It's just, and I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know anybody else's circumstances, but for myself, this year for me hasn't really been all bad. Sure, I've gotten myself in a bind, and I got myself out of a bind and everything. But I think what this year for me has shown me and taught me is the importance of what's around you and being able to appreciate the value of the things that are around you.
Right.
And
hey, I hate to cut short, but I'm actually I don't know if you got my text message, but I actually have to talk to my Dad about something.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Is it okay if I hop off right now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well, I just want to say thanks for having me, and even though I didn't really talk as much, but
like I said, we're gonna do it. We're
your subscribers, and for those that are watching, make sure to subscribe to my good friend here, and give him all the support you need. He works very hard at what he does, and tries to do everything he can to make good content for you guys. So, see ya.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love.
All right, no problem.
Hey, I'll message you on about maybe doing a Christmas episode or something like that if that's something that y'all would like to do.
Yeah, I may not be able to do it because I'll be extremely busy around that time. So.
Oh, I know, but like it may be like the day after or a few days after or the day before. I don't know how it's gonna work. We'll try and is it cool if I text you the details anyways, just in case you do become available?
Yeah, you can text me the details, and I'll let you know if I'm available or not.
All right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you coming on here and doing this with me. Really appreciate it, man. So.
No problem.
All right. Well, go take care of what you need to, and let me know how everything goes.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Peace.
All right. I guess it's just us then. I guess Dragon. Still waiting on my buddy, our buddy Dragon, to get on here because he was supposed to do this.
Where is he anyway?
I don't know. I tried getting him on here and he didn't answer the phone. So I don't know. Maybe he's doing some. He's probably taking orders from his drill sergeant or something like that, doing something. I don't know. But yeah. So it's just. And I got into that mood and got into that feeling that, just about appreciating the value of things and really what's important. And for me, that's my family and that's my friends.
Okay.
Like later on in the future, I would like to have nice things. Like I want to have nice cars, a nice house, nice everything. But what good is placing your value in things and materialistic things rather than what's more important than that?
What if your family backstabs you?
Family is always there, and
not mine.
But my family is the most important thing to me, and I don't want my identity to be found and to be seen in a materialistic way. I want it to be what's important.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just kind of like what I went through for around this past the holiday and stuff like that. Just being
that's support.
Because for one, I know it wasn't a traditional Thanksgiving like for everybody, but it was still a Thanksgiving, and
I'll give you that. Yeah.
I got to enjoy spending time with my brothers, his girlfriend, and just really enjoying my time. Really enjoying not only myself, but enjoying just the quality time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, so and then upon watching that, there's two YouTubers that I've been watching as well, Evan Shanks, and he's a car YouTuber that puts out a lot of car content out there. So if you watch him and if you haven't subscribed to him, please go and subscribe to him and everything. He is one of the coolest YouTubers I watch, and that I have. He's one of the main YouTubers that I got into wanting to do car content and put my own car content out there. The other person I watch that has really given me quite a few ideas as far as car content goes is It's Just a Six. He is an awesome YouTuber. He has great content out there, and like I said, if you haven't watched any of these guys, please go check them out and go follow them, like and subscribe for them as well, because they're pretty cool guys. But now Evan Shanks, you know, caught me by, you know, one of the things that he does at the end of his videos and stuff like that. He does like a daily advice and stuff like that. And one of the things he said kind of like really hit home for me around the holidays was, the things you want to happen in life won't happen unless you put effort into it.
Isn't that every day?
And so, in a way, just saying that just went a long way into going, dude, like, I mean, it was just, but, you know, and then there's It's Just a Six, Gavin on there. You know, he has a foundation called Don't Lose Sight, and in a lot of ways, it's during the bad times, it is easy to lose sight of the things you want, and to lose sight of the things that are most important. You know. But, you know, and that's genuinely what happens sometimes, and that's just life. You know, we all lose our way at some point. You know, and for me, I know for myself, I wouldn't be where I'm at, and I wouldn't be who I am without the people of my life, and without the people I call my friends and my family. So, and obviously already the Phantom, he's a really good friend of mine. Has been for at least over a year and a half, almost 2, I think. Suicide, dude, we've been like, what, friends since, for how long now?
3
years? Wow. I could have sworn it was more. But it's just, you know, it's just, I feel like, in a way, life is about making the connections with people.
Yeah.
I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, it's just, I mean, that's just me saying it.
Yeah, 3 years been 3, yeah.
But, yeah, so that's kind of what's been happening with me lately, guys. That's part of that is why I haven't uploaded as much. Number 2, been trying to figure out some really cool content for you guys to put out here. So one of the things I am very much looking forward into doing going into next year, which is actually quite around the corner, actually. It feels like this year, even though what's happened in this year, it feels like this year has gone by.
Actually, yeah, it does seem like that.
You know, but
at the same time, it's like it's getting back. It's like going backwards now. Have you noticed?
Yes, it does.
It's going backwards for some reason.
Yeah. So, but I do have some stuff planned for you guys, and I will be having more content come out for you guys. I'm gonna be starting doing some filming for some car content on just little things here and there on how you can what you can fix on your cars and stuff like that, and how you can be able to do stuff yourself and everything. And so what I would like to encourage you guys is leave a like and a comment as to what future content y'all would like to see, and especially the guys that I have on here. If y'all want more content like this, I'd be all up for it, and it just really, it's up to everybody, you know. But yeah, so I mean that's kind of what that's part of what I wanted. I do want to say is that I do have some stuff planned, and I do have some video, and I have some videos, and all this other stuff planned. But right now, for me, I'm trying to get focused in on my job, trying to make sure I'm secure and I'm financially stable before I can be able to do some of these plans and to be able to do some of the content I want to do. But anyways, Suicide, what has, in your sum of what this year has been, what has been the best parts about this year and what's been the worst parts about this year?
I think there's never been one good part. I mean, if you notice, a few months ago, we got evicted from our previous house. Remember?
Oh, and yeah.
And thanks to the COVID, they didn't let us leave. But at the same time, it made it more difficult to get a court date. Because the owners been bugging us and shit after that.
Dude,
you know? And then he's asking, and he's been asking for the full 6-month payments. You know, I'm like, fuck it, you know, fuck yeah. It's not my fault that the COVID made the court stop, but we still had to pay the other 3 months. Man,
right.
what we gotta, yeah, because if he accepted court was gonna shut down, and he would have lost, but he still wants the money just in case. Like, no, fuck that, dude. You asked us to get out before the due date, and you don't trust your shit, but now he wants to because he owes us, and because of COVID. I'm like, well, fuck that, dude. We're working after that. I guarantee you don't want to wait another 8 months for that shit.
Right.
So,
but
right now, you know, he's been calling me, texting. Well, now he hasn't, you know. Okay, I don't know what happened. I sort of got. I don't want to say. I won't talk ill will about it, but I hope that fool got COVID and Tony passed away.
Dang, dude.
Fuck that, dude. All we ask him is come and do some maintenance on the house, and that fool can't even come. No, it's part of your contract. You're supposed to take care. How am I supposed to take care of a house that's breaking apart? Fuck that guy. He's just ripping people off, honestly.
Yeah. So, I feel like I for what I really hope, I really genuinely hope that next year we can start to see some things go back to normal, or as normal as things can get, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Because
I would like to go into next year and not have to be constantly talks about being quarantined and all that other good stuff, because like I said, I want to be able to come out here and be able to do good content for you guys no matter what, but I don't want to make content if I'm gonna be stuck in quarantine nonstop, if that makes sense. But I feel like one of the best things about this, one of my favorite things about this year is when this game came out. For those of you that haven't played this game yet, Last of Us 2, I really recommend that you give it a try. I'd honestly recommend you to play the first game if you haven't already, because
it's like $20 now online.
Yeah, it's $20 now for PlayStation Plus and stuff like that. I think like last month or the month before, it was like free for PlayStation Plus people.
Yeah.
I do recommend that y'all seriously give this game a try. I know for myself, when I played the first game, dude, I immensely fell in love with it.
Yeah, I like the multiplayer version.
You know, you know, there are some things I wish that this game had that was in the first game. You know, and that was being able to craft your own ammo, which and that's kind of like one of the little cool things that does happen in this game. Sorry if I spoiled it a little bit, but
I guarantee people already saw the gameplay.
Yeah, but it's just I would seriously recommend you try and play this game. I hope that this game is a contender for Game of the Year, which I think it should. and I think it did, but I am not.
There's gonna be some love hate for the story. I guarantee you that.
Oh, right.
Hell yeah, man.
Dude, I mean, you know, as far as a good quality, I mean, for me, the type of gamer I've always been about is enjoying the quality of the story and enjoying a game that has a fun, awesome story. Yeah,
story based. Because there's more, you know, there's more than one, but you're more of a story one, yeah.
Right.
You know?
So, like, don't get me wrong, I do play other games that aren't like that, but it's just, I feel more connected to the characters when it's got a good story to it. You know, I'm able to understand, I'm able to get hooked easily.
Yeah, I still think Walking Dead is the best story ever.
Oh, from the Telltale stories?
Yes, that's still the best.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm actually I would actually like to do so. Like, if y'all again, I'm taking suggestions from you guys, and also for the people that are subscribed and that do end up watching this and leaving a comment or end up seeing this, however long you stay for. Cool. If you stay for the whole video, awesome. But seriously, comment down below on what kind of content you'd like to see, not only for myself, but also just future content and what we can do as like a talk like this, or a discussion, or like a discussion like this and stuff like that. Because like I said, I want to be able to do more content for you guys. That's ultimately what this is about. And so hopefully, going from here, creatively, I want to be able to put more content out there. But I want to put good content out there that I'm going to be proud of putting out here. You know? But, now, one of the games I haven't played it yet, but I did play, actually, scratch that, I did play a little bit of Spider-Man on the PS5 for Miles Morales. Man, the gameplay on that was awesome. I had hoped that, you know, that was gonna be like a thing with the PS4 version, like it was just gonna be an added-on DLC. That's what I thought it was. But when it came out,
good.
Huh?
Yeah, it's better if it had its own game. It should have been.
Right.
You know, it's like passing the torch. It should have.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it. So Spider-Man could do his own. If they make us another game, Spider-Man could have his own thing. Well, with Miles Morales, they could do a Spider-Verse shit. You know, because of
right.
See what I
and
mean?
Speaking of the Spider-Verse, for those that you,
my God, yes.
For those of you that are Marvel, that are huge Spider-Man fans and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude,
we are in for a treat with the next Spider-Man movie that's coming out with Sony, and it's actually, I think it's gonna be the first one of the other movies that's gonna be put into the Spider-Verse, I guess. It's gonna be a live-action Spider-Verse, so we got the OG Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire.
Oh yeah, and Dr. Octopus, he's coming back. Oh my God.
Yeah, we got Tobey Maguire coming back. We got Andrew Garfield. And I think there was even talks about Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, she has to, because remember Spider-Man 3, she was there. Remember?
Yeah. So Gwen Stacy. So there are rumors about if her character does come back, which we know that Marvel and Sony is able to somehow magically bring people back to life. They may tie it into with the Infinity Stones being used or something like that she came back. I don't know. Which, quite frankly, I think that would make a huge confusion, because, for one, I feel like any death, no matter how much the circumstances is, it's a fixed death.
Well, technically, no. You can revive the soul, and after that, use reality to create her body.
Okay. But one thing I do know is that Black Widow, unfortunately, I think that movie's coming out, I think, in the summer of next year. I want to say.
Yeah.
Summer of next year. and unfortunately it's going to be the last movie that we have Robert Downey Jr. In his role as Iron Man or Tony Stark, for that least.
Yeah.
But again, guys, for those of you that are huge fans of Spider-Man and the character itself,
the OG fans, dude. I was one of them, dude. I saw Spider-Man 1 in theaters, dude.
So that's going to be coming out. I think that's also coming out in the summer of next year as well. I'm not sure, or 2 years from now. I'm not sure when that's coming out. But
hold on. Let me just say this. I don't know. You don't know this, but remember how I told you before that I was in the system in the past?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was in the past. I was in the system in the past. And one of the things is that when my father visited me, we went to a movie theater and we saw Spider-Man 2.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So like, not only like like I said, I'm a big ass fan, but like the original Spider-Man series had like has like a big connection for me. Cause I was with my dad at that time. In the second one, I was separated from him, and I got back. The system let him. The government, the state let me go back with him. So like,
yeah,
dude, those movies always bring back like memories, And I'm more bonded.
So I've been a big Marvel fan myself, but I hope that if they do a live action if they're gonna come through with a live action Spider-Man and bring all these characters back together for one movie, I hope they really do a really good job, and I hope that they do. And this is me saying this, I hope they blow my expectations out of the water for the movie. Because I don't want to see it and it not be a good story, and it be a story that's not well connected to each other. Because if you're gonna do a Spider-Verse movie, you gotta do it with connections, and you gotta do it with
dude, I want to say something. For some reason, I hope they do the Sinister Six. If you think about it, they're almost there, except for Scorpion.
I think they're actually planning on doing. I think they're actually gonna be leading up to after the Spider-Man 3. I think, like with them doing the live version of Spider-Man. Even the character who plays Venom, the new Venom, and Eddie Brock, he's gonna be featured. I think he's gonna be featured into the Spider-Man 3.
Well, they gotta wait for Carnage, isn't it, for the second movie?
Venom 2, I think, is in discussion right now, because the first Venom movie actually exceeded its expectations.
Yeah, it did. Come on, it was the once in a lifetime Venom.
I mean, this is the first.
I hate the third one, Spider-Man. I hate the third one.
Yeah. But so, like, I think this is the first live action Venom that we've gotten. That really puts the thesis into what an actual anti-hero he is.
Yeah. That hits it right. Yeah, it's true. Because he is an anti-hero technically. Yeah. Or ends like that.
I mean, he starts out as a villain in the comics. And he starts out as a villain in like the cartoon movie, the cartoon shows and stuff like that. Yeah.
He's one of the favorite anti-heroes besides Deadpool,
But I feel like, because I feel like in the next Venom movie, I think they're gonna introduce it. I would hope that they introduce him, or do a cameo of Agent Venom.
I think they will. I think they should.
But I mean, that's what I would think, but.
Yeah, but like I don't say either because I don't see Shield and where the Venomverse, the Venomverse.
Yeah, so it's.
You know what I mean?
It is what it is, but so like I'm gonna keep y'all up to date on that as much as I can, and also for those that do end up watching this and stuff like that, and comment. If y'all got any updates, post it on here. I'll be sure to read the comments and stuff like that, But speaking of movies, while we're on the topic, Fast 9 is actually coming out, I think, next year. So get ready for that. I hope it's as good as movie as what they say it is.
Or last night?
No, Fast 9. They released a trailer for it. I think like 2 or 3 months
with
ago.
John Cena? Fuck no. With John Cena, are you fucking kidding me? Come on. Yeah, Dom's brother. They hasn't seen, and the whole movie's about family. Think about it. He's all about family and all the movies, and then you don't talk about his brother.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of story they're gonna do with that, but
And then I'm gonna be honest.
there's talks about bringing Brian O'Connor's character into this, but in
So
doing
his
so,
brother's gonna play it?
yeah, his brother's gonna have to play him and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
just
Probably
I don't
cameo,
mind.
probably
I
cameo.
wouldn't say I'm not knocking down that idea, but what I am saying saying is that I've been a huge fan of that franchise, and that's kind of what got me into
Except
my love for cars and
Tokyo.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I have something with Tokyo did, but I respect it as a con.
You know, I feel like Brian O'Connor, the character itself, is so much more of an iconic character that it doesn't matter who plays the character of Brian O'Connor, it will never be the same Brian O'Connor.
Yeah.
Does that make
like I
sense?
say, if anything, he should be like a cameo, like hop out in the office, or a main base, He should
Right.
do that because he could say I want to help, but also I understand I tried to quit, so I'll hop out right here and doing research and all that. Because remember, he was part of the FBI, He could probably
Right.
hop out in the scene in the back,
Right.
Background
So
scenes.
I will say
possible.
it'll be I will say what it will be interesting is bringing Han's character back. Because if for those of you that watched Tokyo Drift and saw his last scene, I didn't want to jinx it or anything like that, but there was really no confirmation that he died.
Yeah, he just exploded. Yeah, and then we see him. Yeah.
Because all you see is the necklace being thrown into the car. You don't see a body being burned. You don't hear him screaming and stuff like that, because y'all don't know that in that last scene before the car blows up, he was conscious and he was moving.
That's true.
And then the explosion happens off screen, so that really doesn't give a confirmation or not whether he died in the car in the explosion or not.
If you've seen it in Tokyo Drift, it was not off screen. You kind of see the car, exploding.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
and then, but then in the other Fast Five, when you see Jason Statham, it's different.
right. So it's, so that kind of for me started with me asking questions. Is because they would have to tie that back with Tokyo Drift and what happened to him and explain. Wait, he's alive? How is he alive? And all that stuff.
Think about it. Remember how they what's it called? Yeah, when they get the same movie where he dies, basically, the agency that hires Dom, the crew, for Brian's last mission. They probably did it. They probably rescued him. Because remember, they say, "Oh, we known you guys all this time. Now we need you." Think about it.
Yeah, but I want to say that it wasn't so much them, but I feel like...
Yeah, because remember, no, hold on, sorry to interrupt, but remember that black site was searching for, Statham, the character?
Yeah.
And then that guy was going after Han. So, right there, probably, think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it
could happen. You could say, like, yeah, we were after him, and he attacked Han, and we know Han was with you, Dom. So I did you I gamble on that. You could say that. I save him just in case, if we ever talk to each other in the future. Or
but I feel like that's gonna be too far fetched.
Well,
not to knock that theory down, but I feel like that is gonna be too far of a fetch in explaining what happened to him.
Well, think about it. It can't be because in the same movie where Han dies, the agency already hired Dom. Think about it, and they were after that guy for a long time.
Yeah, I mean that much is true.
They say one branch was searching. One branch, was following him and found that after Han. And who is? And they probably say, who is this Han? Oh, he's from Dom. Oh wait, Dom. It's not the crew that beat his little brother. You know what I mean?
Right,
See,
but
it could be connected. It could be connected. There's a way to connect it. There is a way, but it's just how they execute it. That's all I'm saying. There is a way.
yeah.
You just don't know. You just don't know how the path is.
Right,
that better?
but so yeah, that makes better. I mean, I feel like that could tie it together better. But man, it's just there's some really cool thing. I feel like there's not only cool movies coming out, but there is just so much interesting things that I hope to look forward to, and I hope to happen, have things happen. But that is one of the many things I'm looking forward to. I know I've done most of the talking, but Suicide, is there anything else that you would want to put input on anything about this year, or anything that you're mostly looking forward to going into next year?
Well, technically it's just how the ride is gonna go, because they've been saying that there could be martial arts coming up, so I don't know. I'll be honest, I want to see how the virus is gonna go, because they say, oh, we're getting, because it's technically they're not talking about cure. They're saying we're gonna find a cure or whatever, but they're already making these many rules, these curfews and shit going on every day. So
oh yeah, well, I know that. I thought I heard them like do it, like some companies making like a statement. I'm not sure if this is how all companies are gonna be like.
Yeah,
but I think that.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I remember how you told me how you asked me like, "Hi, how are you? How you doing?" And I'm saying that over here, literally, no one where I'm living, no one's wearing a fucking mask, and then they're saying like no one believes in this shit. But yeah, California, where I live right now, it's like already in the danger zone, and no one's wearing fucking masks. Like no one fucking cares. Seriously.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm trying to, not to get sick, and then people were like, no, come on. So superstitious. If this all bad.
Oh, I know, dude. I mean, dude, it's bad. I mean, considering that I have friends and I have family that has already pre-existing conditions and stuff like that, so it's pretty scary.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
So I mean,
see what I'm saying, though, right?
And I will say this for those of you that, because like, and I'll admit this, when the virus first came out, I thought, yes, did I think it was a hoax? Did I say that, oh, it's not real? It's, I said all those things, but that was when we weren't in a pandemic, for one. Two, that was when we didn't have so many cases, so many daily cases. So, but I thought continuing on what I was trying to say is that I'm not sure if this is how all companies are going to go about it, but most companies are going to make it mandatory that if you don't get the vaccine, they're going to let you go and do it and all this other stuff. And honestly, I would support a company that does that, because that's a company that wants to be safe and wants to make sure that they're being secure in that. But evidently I'm gonna get off here. We're gonna wrap this up. Again, thank you so much, Suicide, for coming on here and doing this with me. But guys, stay tuned. We may get a Christmas episode on here. So from when you see this video posted, it is gonna be on here for a little bit. So I'm gonna take it down, edit it. Thought about the reason why I'm doing this video now is so that way I can have it to be put back up when the end of the year happens. Anyways, thank y'all so much. Suicide, is there anything else you want to say?
Nah, just like I said, like just be careful. You know, prevent wear masks, wash your hands, and all that shit. Because
Yeah,
yeah,
please, guys,
it
be
may look
safe.
like may yeah, it may not look like big right now, but technically it is. It
Yeah.
really is, and like some
Um,
of us here will actually do one, like stay safe, one us, you know.
right. But
There's no point of trying, and there's no point of trying. Then everyone, then like one person trying, and five people are just fucking up for everybody else, and then
right.
that person who actually did try got sick, and boom, and picked the fucking bucket at the end of it.
Yeah, but yeah. So, but um, before we end this, is there anything else that you would want to say on what you're looking forward into next year besides the vaccine and stuff like that? Because I'm looking forward to that too. But
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I don't see nothing going on. I don't see like, well, I can't. I don't know. I'll be honest.
I'm trying to.
Shit.
I want to.
I'm trying to say. I'm trying to think of something, but I don't know what to say. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I'm fucking.
I feel like we're gonna be in a I feel like we're gonna have the pandemic going on at least into next year. Hopefully after next year we can start to see some things go back to normal. I know not as normal as what things were before the pandemic, but normal enough. You know, I would like to see some businesses come back.
Oh, that shit.
I mean, I really feel bad for the people that just opened up their business this year, and then just to have it shut down and lose everything that they worked so hard for. It kind of sucks.
But here's the thing though, look, watch. They open stores again. The problem is the public literally are wearing masks. They're just saying, I'm not allowed to. Oh, I don't need to. I'm not sick. It doesn't fucking matter. That's it fucking matter. We don't know, and that's what people get fucking scared.
Right.
And then,
but
and
it's
then,
just...
yeah, and
that's what I would like to see as far as when we can start to kind of like get out of the pandemic situation and where we can go back to a sense of normalcy, at least to some extent.
So, is that hard? Literally, just wear a mask for like a couple hours, like what, 2-3 hours of shopping, then go back home and take this shit up if you want.
Right.
Seriously,
but
because just that.
Right.
No, I'm sorry to tell you.
I wear mine every day at work.
That is the reason that the government is doing these fucking rules and they're closing more stores.
Right.
It was almost normal. It was almost normal. It was almost normal. So it was almost normal.
But anyways, with that being said, thank you guys. Thank you, Suicide, and I want to say thank you to Phantom. I know he was on here earlier, didn't say much, but please, guys, please like, comment, subscribe. I push the notification bell for instant new updates and content that is going to be coming out. That I hope to be putting out soon, and like I said, what I'm looking forward to and going into next year is putting more content on here and doing some more things with this. Whether if it's content like this or just content and like car content, any kind of content that y'all think would be good to have on here, and also good quality content that I'm proud to have on here. But with that being said, that is going to do it for today's episode. So please, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but please keep a like, subscribe, and comment down below on what further things y'all would like to see on this channel, and as far as what kind of content y'all want and that y'all prefer or like. Yeah, so that's gonna do it. Thank y'all guys so much. Really enjoyed doing this. Thank you, Suicide, for coming on here and having taught and doing this episode with me.
Well, I had to. You keep begging me in your text, and it was just.
I didn't beg you in the text. I just.
You want to pro it right now? You want me to tweet this shit? I'll tweet this shit right now.
No.
I'll dox you right now. Hey, Suicide, get on. Oh, come on. I want to do something. He's been on since we talked. Yeah, I'll get Drago. Yeah, we'll get SWAT in here too. Oh my God, dude, sit.
I did not say SWAT. I've spoken to SWAT. He's kind of out. SWAT's out of condition right now. Yeah, SWAT's out of condition right now.
I miss SWAT.
He actually had surgery done.
I know. Yeah, I know.
So he had surgery done, but anyways, like I said, this is gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you, Suicide, for coming on here and doing today's episode.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, well, this is gonna do it for tonight. Thank y'all guys so much.
Speaking
Peace.
of PayPal, me those $20 you promised.
Oh, on another date. Let's just. Alright, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Peace.
Bye.